teachers. Thanks for joining me for this professional development. I was in the classroom. I taught second grade, third grade, fourth grade, sixth grade, math K-8, computers K-8, and now I'm an educational consultant. I travel all over and I see so many interesting things. And what I want to share with you today is practical things that hopefully you can take and use immediately. I want to remind you that along with this video, you have a resource pack that has every link, discussion questions, and much more. So make sure you have that handy and you can use that to scribble your notes on. We're starting off with growth mindset versus fixed mindset. As a music teacher, you hear this all the time. Oh, I can't sing. I can't play an instrument. That, if you look on the right, that's a fixed mindset. And we have to change that. And I know you try every single day, but that's now you have kind of language to talk about that. And so on the right, a lot of people, number one, they think they're either good at it or they're not. And in comparison to that, on the left, the growth mindset is, hey, I can learn anything I want to. And you're not always in one column or the other. Sometimes we kind of go back and forth. But there's a lot of people on the right column. And there's a lot of educators, unfortunately, kind of in the right columns. And if you look at the bottom, learned helplessness. You've done it. You've taught the lesson. Went really okay. You haven't even taken a deep breath and hands go flying up because we've taught that. That's learned helplessness. They haven't thought about it. They haven't processed. They haven't tried. But if they raise their hand, maybe they can, somebody else will solve their problem. Let's compare it to the left. Where we want our students and our teachers is in the growth mindset. That I can learn anything. Yes, I can be frustrated, but I'm going to keep pushing and pushing through. That goes down all the way to the bottom. We want grit. We want gritty people. Gritty people, we want to grow gritty people that are willing to keep working and keep working and keep digging and keep working at it. And so this whole concept of growth versus fixed mindset is hot right now. And I know you're in music, and this is kind of an art example, but it's perfect to talk about how specific feedback can help everybody grow with a growth mindset. So what this is it's a video that talks about a student's plain basic drawing that all of a sudden with feedback gets much closer to the picture on the left. In helping kids give that very specific feedback is really critical. In music, you do that all the time. You're constantly tweaking and retweaking and in helping students understand this. And so maybe your next video is going to be like Austin's, but in music. To me, it's all about the specific feedback to get better. I do a lot of research on feedback, and I think that's so critical. And I think it is an illusion. The success is an iceberg, is an illusion. I would love to see this as a poster everywhere because what this is people don't see the hard work. You know it. You went to school, you practice and practice and practice, and you know you got better because you practice and practice and practice and practice. The people come in with a fixed mind that says, oh, I can't play. I can't even play a recorder. Nope, can't do it. We need to help them understand that that's a fixed, but we, in our music room, is a growth mindset. So I really hope this resonates with you. And I think because you've had to work so hard to learn so much to be a music teacher, I think that we have to help kids understand that. Sure, you might be able to sing great now. Where'd you start? Talk a lot about that growth mindset. Really important language. Help you out. Class Dojo is a behavior system that you as a teacher can give points to the class or points to individuals. But what's great about Class Dojo is they gave us 5 videos. And I've seen this work with kindergarten all the way through high school. They're kind of silly, but they take really important research and they bring it to a student level that they understand it. So use those resources. They're free. They're right there in your resource list. I'm not making this up. This is actually based in science and psychology, and it's really interesting. The book on the left was written by Dweck. She's kind of the queen of growth mindset, at Stanford. She's at Stanford, and she talks about it. But what's great about reading Mindset, I'm reading both of them at the same time. And Mindset, I'm really looking at it as an educator, of course, and I'm also looking at it as a parent. And it's really interesting. The feedback that we give kids might not be the right feedback. So I'm really digging into Mindset. Now on the right side, Angela's writing about the power of passion, perseverance, grit. Um, Maybe we don't talk about grit, but I think we should. I think, ooh, that's gritty thinking. You didn't fail, you didn't get it the first time. We'll try it again and again and again and again. So, kind of two things for your nightstand reading. This is another great visual. You have, look at even before you get to a step, I won't do it. Yikes, we know those kids, we know those teachers, we know those people. All the way up to, yes, I did it. And we have to help everybody continue to march up the stairs. And I think this is another great visual that I think, if I'm working with a student, I'd just be like pointing over at the stair going, stand up, let's try. Now, you have a lot of resources out there. And I am a huge Twitter freak. And with that being a freak is because there's so much here. And it's constant information. To get ready for you, I wanted things fresh, current. And so I went to Twitter. And if you look at the across the top, there are 3 different hashtags to follow. I followed Music Ed Chat. That gave me tons of ideas. Music Chat was a little broader, but it brought me to Carnegie Hall, and wait till you see that. And then Music Teacher. And I think my favorite one was Music Ed Chat. But I got to tell you, look, all day long these people are just sharing resources. Here, check this out. The elementary music classroom, boom. And you go, it's just spoon feeding you information. You don't really care. If you're a music teacher, you're crazy busy running around, and that's just during school, not after school. You don't really care what's going on in science class or what's happening in 3rd grade. You care about music, and I think that's the most important thing. 10 things about professional development. This, to me, Twitter, is my personal professional development. Whichever group I'm working with, I focus in on their topic, and that's where I get my information from. We want professional development. How many times as a music teacher have you gone to professional development and it has nothing to do with what you do day to day? You have to sit there, you're polite, but it's not what you need. You need to create your own opportunities for professional development, and one of them is exactly what we're doing right now. I try to make this very specific to you music teachers. This, I love your opinion. When we meet face to face, I'd love to hear about it. Flowcabulary. I'm not a big hip hopper, but they're basically creating hip hop little clips all around different vocabulary. So when I was getting ready for this session, I was thinking about your connection to the classroom. This might be a great way to tie content and music together. And sorry, it's not free. I love to always share free things. It's not free. There are some free ones, but at least you can start the free trial, kind of get your sense of it, and then you might say, I'm going to go ahead and make my own vocabularies. And that would be fun. So work with the classroom teacher. What are you covering? I did this recently with a 4th grade class, and they were making raps about the rock cycle, or the types of different types of rocks. Oh, I still, when I hear them, they did a kind of a parody off a popular song, the words come back to me. Think about that. If you can make that strong connection, you know that as a music teacher. If you can make the connections through music, better chance the student's going to understand it. So make those connections. I'm not sure here. I've kept it in, and then I took it out. I'm not sure. You're going to have to dig in with your music knowledge to see if this is worthwhile. But what I liked about it, it was connecting music to academic subjects. That's why I left it in. But report back to me if we like it. Now, on the iPad, there's so many apps, but of course GarageBand is, to me, because I'm not a music teacher, is the easiest for me. But this one was And this is an article, and that links out to a lot of different resources, and it went straight over my head very quickly. But I thought I wanted to make sure I included it for you because there's some great stuff here. This again is off Twitter, and I know not all of you are in elementary, but I thought I would just add that in there. And you have to be on Twitter to get your personal professional development. Now, this would never have found it, never would have found this if it wasn't for Twitter. But what's so cool about this is in beta. Beta, it means testing. And Google loves to test things and see what sticks, what people like. Well, I got lost in Carnegie Hall. Wow. If you notice, these are 4 of the 3, what Google calls the 360-degree performance. What that means, I don't understand from a technology point of view. It's a 360 camera, so you can position yourself on stage at Carnegie Hall in 3 different positions to be able to look around 360. The way they bring you in to Carnegie Hall is if you are walking into Carnegie Hall. It's almost like, I felt almost kind of, it was kind of like virtual reality almost. It was really interesting. And the music and everything that was going on. So you definitely have to check that out. And it's not just the 4 I learned. There's 16 collections right now and growing. And so this is this is part of the cultural arts, and across the top you can see there's music, opera, theater, dance. Really interesting stuff. Don't forget the power of images, and Instagram is the big one for images. And there's so much. This one again came across my Twitter feed, and this student was getting ready for their recital. And so you might want to think about Instagram, because you probably are snapping a lot of pictures of students performing, doing different things. Instagram might be a way to broadcast beyond the walls of your school. So think Instagram. Also, YouTube. Whoa, look, as you can see what I searched, music portfolio. I wasn't sure what to search, but I have to tell you, there's a lot of music portfolios. This one is how to get through a music audition. Look at how many people viewed that thing. 64,000 plus. Wow. It's a 10-minute video, and on YouTube we can learn just about anything. Oh, here's Mr. Lee. He is a science teacher rapping. Very funny. Not only does he have one, but he has an entire channel full. This is called a YouTube channel, and I think every music teacher should have a YouTube channel to showcase your work as well as your student work. These kids I'm not sure if it was math or science. I can't remember because I was laughing so much. They were having so much fun. But again, let me direct you to the clicks. It looks like, I think it was middle school. No, it's a high school. Look at how many clicks about math and science. Come on. This is cool. Let's have your students be the next YouTube stars. And I had to bring back to Schoolhouse Rock. Classic. You know this better than I do. When you bring music and content together, they're going to remember it. So if I challenge you to do at least one project that connects curriculum, maybe you guys will be the next big Schoolhouse Rock. And remember, the kids that probably are sitting in our seats don't even know what Schoolhouse Rock is. And we can sing Conjunction Junction. What's up there? Oh my gosh, if you need ideas, jump over to Pinterest. And there is idea after idea. Unfortunately, a lot of them keep going back to teachers pay teachers. But what I learned, I think I went and put music teacher ideas. That was a silly mistake. Go in with rhythm, beat, something like that. Try to be a little bit more specific than my general search. But look how many thousands of people that are all talking about music. Come on. So a combination of Pinterest, maybe Instagram, and Twitter, and you will have your own recipe for professional development. I've not been to SoundCloud for a while, and I still need to spend some time digging in. There's a lot of free stuff, but they also now have a subscription, just so you know. You can do podcasts, you can search for different artists and things like that. I find the site not super easy to use. Now Seesaw. Seesaw's all the rage right now. a lot, mainly with classroom teachers, but I was thinking through the lens of a music teacher that Seesaw could be, you could use Seesaw to create, to collect students as they sing, things like that. It's a digital portfolio. But what's nice about it's designed that the students do the capturing. So let's say that you would do a small group project and you want to capture it. You can take a picture of it, you can do a video, you can do whatever you want, but then the students seesaw it to their account. The cool thing is parents are connected, and the parents can see what the student is doing in school. It doesn't go to the parent unless the teacher has sent the artifact. Wow, that went fast. Please take note of my email address if you need me or you want to share a great resource. Please contact me. Have a great day.